to be played. Out of the full house formation, Rodney Burks right up the middle of Burks, and Burks is to the 45. He's to the 43-yard line. He got about 6, maybe 7 on the play. What a performance he's putting on here this afternoon. We're inside 2 minutes to be played. Muskegon 2 minutes away from their first outright state championship and their 13th overall. And Catholic Central now hoping to make it 2 in a row. This afternoon we'll have that game on WKBZ AM 850. Stay tuned for our Players of the Game show. Courtesy of Someplace Else Pizza. They give it to Andre Burke, and Burke has stopped this time. He only got a yard, if that. And let's see if Sterling Heights wants to take another timeout.
Now, what was it they were saying here on the Detroit area about the west side of the state?
Well, I don't know if they said anything negative. How could you? When we got almost 4 teams going into the Dome.
Well, Bobby Morse was taking all sorts of flack all year from his Michigan State teammates about the...
He won't anymore. In fact,
no,
we'll be talking
won't.
to Bobby at halftime of the next contest as Sterling Heights Stevenson has taken their 3rd and final timeout with 1:20 left to be played in the game. Muskegon on its way to a state championship. Don't go away. Klaus, Gene, and I will have it all for you in 30 seconds after this important word.
You get true excellence with the Philco VT 8760 AT VCR, a 14-position cable-ready electronic tuner, a 14-day 4-event programmer, a special effect, a 17-function infrared remote, and much, much more. Right now, Al Perry.
Great sports and great food still on Laketon and Seaway Drive in Muskegon.
An unbelievable savings of $200. Hurry to Al Perry now for the Philco VT.
We're back once again at the Pontiac Silverdome.
$399.95 at Al Perry, Pine and Clay downtown.
About 1:20 remaining. Muskegon counting the seconds. The Big Reds on their way to a Class A state championship in high school football. And Jim, boys, who would have ever believed that, taking a look at this schedule that Muskegon had to face in 1986.
3rd down and 3 now for the Big Reds at the 43-yard line. They get right up the middle of Larry Williams. He's got a first down, I think. Well, they move him back. He was down to the 39-yard line, then they push him back, but I think he got a first down. And if he did, it's all over. I'll tell you, those fullbacks have done a job. And how about the center, Pat Abraham? His first year out for football. It is a first down. The Big Reds will win it now. All they have to do is hang on to the football.
And you're going to hear pandemonium break loose here in about 72 seconds.
1:10 and counting. Sterling Heights is out of timeout.
Is there anybody back in Muskegon minding the store?
Oh, you
Looks
better.
like the whole town is here this afternoon.
Well, what a great crowd. And we have another one for you right to follow here on KBZ. Next game will be Catholic and Country Day.
Well, we were 0 for 2 in 1981. Will we be 2 for 2 in 86?
They give up the middle to Andre Burks, and he's to the 35-yard line. The flag is down. Might have a face mask penalty. I think we do. I think Ken Marnham came up and grabbed his face mask, but we're waiting to see for the official indication. It is face mask against the Titans, who have been fairly outplayed here in all departments.
Yeah, that's frustration, Jim. Pure frustration. I don't think this Stevenson team expected to be shut out here this afternoon.
Well, since these playoffs started, an LMAC team has never lost to a Detroit suburban school. And that's a 15-yard walk-off down to the 22-yard line. I don't know why they don't just sit out the football, though. You don't want anybody getting hurt right here. Dave Taylor shaking hands down below. Boy, you know his mom and dad are here. Leo and Lillian Taylor, they got to be just awfully proud of their son and the way that he's guided his team. And the Big Red players, what a job they've done in motion from left to right. Eddie Brown, nothing fancy. Ahead it goes to Andre Burks to the 20. Andre Burks getting short yardage. That should be the final play of the ball game.
And you're listening to the Class A championship game on WKBZ Muskegon, and listen to the fans.
Oh, we're going to count it down for you. They're going nuts here. They're outstanding. 17 seconds. The Big Reds are putting the #1 finger up. They're going to win state championship number 13 in their proud, long, storied past.
4, 3, 2, 1. It's over. It's over. And a mob scene on the field. Jim Moy is getting ready to put on a special piece of headgear. What have you there, partner?
Hey, I got number 55 out right now. It's donated to me by Mr. Abraham. Mike Abraham gave me this hat. Now I can put it on right now. As Muskegon has won the state championship. His son works for me down at the Bear Lake Tavern. And both teams are now out on the field congratulating one another. Dave Taylor has won the state championship in his 4th year as the head coach of the Muskegon Big Reds. And we still have one more to go yet. Everybody waving up here in the broadcasting booth down below. As the Big Reds now go 12-1 on the season, they win their first ever state championship. Ray Kyle's got to be excited out here. Ray, what a ball game. One more to go, though.
Yeah, one more to go.
Your old alma mater's won a lot of mythical state championships,
Right.
but right now they prove they can win them in the playoffs as well.
Sure can. Figured that they would go all the way. I didn't think they'd lose the game this year.
I think this has got to fire up the crowd for the Catholic game as well.
Great. There'll be a great crowd for the second game, too.
That's Ray Kyle. We'll be back to wrap this one up for you. The presentation of the state championship trophy to the Muskegon Big Reds coming up in 90 seconds following these important words.
Boyd Earls does it again.
Doing the unexpected has helped make us the fastest-growing Chrysler Plymouth Dodge dealer in West Michigan.
For a limited time, Boyd Earls is offering a wide selection of almost 20 executive demos with factory 5.
Lutheran Seminary. Next up, the Class A title game, which matched powerhouses Muskegon from the west side and Sterling Heights Stevenson from the east. Muskegon's rugged defense made its presence felt on the first play from scrimmage as the Big Reds stack up the Sterling Heights runner, force a fumble, and Reggie Moore recovers. But Sterling Heights didn't get this far without a great defense of its own, which is proven on this interception by Larry Gonowicha. The Titans are pushed back by the Big Reds defense, but watch this great catch by Sterling Heights' Marty Campbell. Jeff Chadwick would have been proud of that one. The game remains a defensive struggle with no score in the second quarter. Muskegon's Rodney Burks goes back to pass. He'll launch a rainbow down the right sideline to Jeff Brown. He's double covered, but somehow Brown makes the catch. That play helped pin Sterling Heights deep in its own territory. The Muskegon defense then forces the Titans ball carrier out of the end zone for a safety and a 2-0 lead. Muskegon took that 2-0 advantage into halftime while the crowd enjoyed a splendid performance from the Big Reds marching band. Third quarter now, Sterling Heights' Pat McAleer hits Mr. Campbell again, and the Titans threaten. But the Big Reds defense forces McAleer to scramble. Eventually, he runs into Muskegon's Reuben Townsend, who, with some help from Anthony Watkins, creates a huge loss, ending the scoring threat. Later in the fourth quarter, Muskegon's Mario Hoffman is out in the flat. He intercepts the pass, and there's no catching Mario as he goes 25 yards for the score. The 10-0 lead has the Big Reds mascot jumping for joy, and the Port City crowd loves every minute of it. Coach Dave Taylor accepts the trophy, and the Muskegon Big Reds are the state champions in Class A. The city of Muskegon had its second team in the finals as the Crusaders of Muskegon Catholic went up against the Yellow Jackets of Birmingham Country Day in Class C. Early in the game, Muskegon Catholic's Brian Masser makes a nice run for a 14-yard gain and a first down. The Crusaders then get down to the 3, where Mark Martinez follows some great blocking into the end zone, and MCC has a 7-0 lead. Following that score, Country Day's Eric Beatty picks up a squib kick, and then Eric makes the most of a lineman's dream. He goes 23 yards to midfield. We move ahead now to second quarter action when Country Day's Brian Stevens has the prettiest play of the day that won't count. Unfortunately, this 67-yard scoring jaunt by Stevens is called back on a penalty. But the Yellow Jackets remain undaunted. Quarterback Charles Johnson scrambles out of the pocket, spots Mark Spees open over the middle. He hits Spees on the numbers, and Spees makes a fine run after the catch, getting the ball all the way down to the 4-yard line. 3 plays later, Johnson, after a nice fake, hits a wide-open Chip Davis for the score. The PAT fails, and MCC takes a 7-6 lead into the locker room. Third quarter now, we'll see another fine play as Country Day's Johnson hits Steve Mann for a 14-yard gain. Then in the fourth quarter, Country Day completes a 69-yard drive with a 1-yard plunge by Brian Stevens. The score gave the Yellow Jackets a 12-7 lead. Both teams added one more score in the final minutes, and Country Day hung on to win the Class C crown 18-14. Our fourth and final game matched Grand Rapids South Christian against the Vikings of Marysville for the Class B title. Marysville's all-state quarterback Randy Sosha fooled everybody all night long, including our cameraman, on this 18-yard pass completion to Ross Plinus. After that, Sosha makes another superb play fake and heads for the corner. He scores, and Marysville leads 7-0. Following that score, Marysville kicks off. The Vikings find out in a hurry that South Christian has an all-stater of its own in senior Matt Morse. The 42-yard run by Morse gives the Sailors great position. But later in the quarter, Marysville Sosha drops back and finds Plinus again. He plows his way into the end zone, and Marysville has a 14-0 lead. South Christian is down but not out, and Tim Workema brings the Silverdome crowd to its feet by going up the middle, cutting to the outside, and scampering 86 yards for the score. South Christian fans go crazy, and Tim Workema has written his name into the record book with the longest run in state finals history. But the crafty Sosha comes right back, leading his team down to the 7, where he darts in for the score. Marysville later showed some real imagination when Sosha hit Jeff Smith, who in turn hit Tim Muir for a 22-yard gain. Seen enough? No, there's more wizardry from the Vikings as Sosha gives to Steve Foster, who passes back to Sosha, and another first down. The South defense stiffens, and then Foster kicks a 37-yard field goal. Marysville leads 24-7 at the half as the South Christian band puts on a good show. In the third quarter, South Christian's Morse goes through a huge hole and picks up 20 yards for a first down. Fourth quarter now, the Sailors quarterback Rod Van Sulkema makes a picture-perfect pass to Tim Workema for a 24-yard score, and it's now 24-15 Marysville. Marysville later added 2 more scores in the fourth quarter and went on to a 38-15 victory and the Class B title.